At 6 p.m. this Monday, March the 14th. Councilman Hoskin, would you deliver the invocation, please?
Please stand. Bow your heads. Lord, thank you for this opportunity to come together once again and do the business for the Cherokee people. As we do that business, help us remember a lot of the pain and hurt that's going on in the world. That includes what's happening to the people of Japan. Let us remember those in our prayers. Let us also remember the least of our brothers and sisters as we do the work of the Cherokee people. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Hoskin. Roll call.
Bill Englund.
Honey.
Bill John Baker.
Here.
Jack Baker.
Here.
Harley Buzzard.
Here.
Juliet Coates. Here. Bradley Cobb.
Honey.
Joe Crittenden.
Here.
Jody Fishingham. Here. Meredith Fraley.
Here.
Janelle Fulbright. Here. Don Garvin.
Honey.
Chuck Hoskin Jr.
Here.
Anna Glory Jordan.
Present.
Curtis Snell.
Here.
Chris Suck.
Here.
David Thornton.
Present.
Eric Allen White.
Honey.
We do have a quorum.
We have a quorum. Next order of business, approval of the February 14th regular session minutes.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion on the minutes? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Madam Speaker.
Man and stand approved as written. Yes, Mr.
Sorry.
Baker.
Excuse me. Yes, I would like to make a motion to amend the agenda to include 3 items that came out of the Resource Committee as items 13, 14, and 15. The first is a resolution with an agreement related to the Tar Creek Natural Resource damages with the CN. Another is a resolution approving an agreement concerning the cooperation and coordination among the Tar Creek Trustee Council and Indian tribes. And item 15 is a resolution authorizing disclaimer of interest or quitclaim deed related to settlement of quit title action.
I have a motion to amend. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion on amending the agenda? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. The agenda stands amended. Next order of business is State of the Nation. Principal Chief Chad Smith.
Good afternoon. It's my honor to address the council and our people on the State of the Nation this March of 2011. It's been our honor and custom at this time we recognize our family and friends who have passed this last month. We hold several people in remembrance tonight. Leroy Soap was the brother of Peggy Sawney and Thelma Soap. Leroy worked with the Cherokee Nation Natural Resources since 1989. Mary LaVorse Roach of Tahlequah, wife of Paul Roach. Jose Oliveira, father to Tara Hooper and Melissa Gerdner, Dave, and Robert Oliveira. He's a brother-in-law of Frank Swimmer. He works in housing. Gloria Jean McCarter McGeehan of California. Norma Steele Stopp. Glenn Scott of Muskogee. Are the others that the council knows that we should recognize at this time?
Paul Gower, decorated Vietnam War veteran from the
So at this time, we'll take a moment of silence, please. Widow. Tonight we get to honor 3 Cherokee veterans for their service to our country and our nation. The first is Glenn Carpenter. Glenn joined the United States Marine Corps in 1968 and received his training in California. Following his training, Glenn served 13 months in Vietnam, after which he was honorably discharged. He was born in Pumpkin Hollow to Harold and Maxine Carpenter, attended school at Briggs. Glenn and his wife, the late Brenda Sue Maines, have 3 children. If you'll come forward, Mr. Carpenter, let us recognize you, sir. this on.
You're fine.
Sir, as Joe Gracie Jr. was here. This honor, this gift is one in behalf of a grateful Cherokee Nation in the United States. We thank you for your service to our country and our nation. You can turn this way and say a few words.
Well, when I went into the Marines, I went to serve because I hated communism, and I thought I had to do my part, and I figured my family was worth preserving, each and every one, and I knew that they wasn't the only good people left in this world, and I see that too today, that it was worth the fight. Thank you.
Thank
God
you, sir.
bless you.
Thank you. Also tonight, we honor two brothers, Donald and Charles Harnage. There are two of four siblings that served in different branches of the military. We will bring the brothers up together at the end for their awards and a photograph. Let's start with Donald Harnage. He was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force after completing his civil engineering degree at Oklahoma State in 1959. During his time in the Air Force, Donald went on to flight school and navigator school. Then he was assigned to a tactical team in the Philippines. On April 17th of 1966, he was shot down by the North Vietnamese gunners and was rescued in less than an hour. He earned a Silver Star Distinguished Flying Star and the Purple Heart for wounds he received when he bailed from his aircraft. During the next 10 years of military service and career, Donald served in New Mexico, the Philippines, Texas, and earned a master's degree in civil engineering from Oklahoma State University. After retirement, he taught junior ROTC for 16 years at Muskogee High School. He and his wife, Nora, live in Muskogee and have 5 children. Donald's brother, Charles Harnage, enlisted in the Navy in 1944 following his graduation from Central High School in Muskogee. He served on the USS Kadanshan Bay, where he participated against the Japanese enemy naval and surface forces. Charles earned the American Theater Award, the Asiatic Pacific Award, with 3 Bronze Stars, and the Philippine Liberation Award with 2 stars. He's now a retired farmer and rancher, living in the Gooseneck Bend area of Muskogee. Charles and his wife, and I think this is correct, Charles and his wife of 64 years, Nadine, have 2 daughters, Gail Ward and the late Kitty Harnage. If y'all will come down and let us recognize you. Sir, this is the Cherokee Nation Medal of Patriotism. It's an award that's not given to sir. We want to thank you for your service to the Cherokee Nation and the United States. It's our highest award of patriotism. So we thank you very much. Do you have somebody you would like to pin yours on, sir? Is there somebody you would like to pin this on for you? Yes, ma'am.
Someone's running.
Do you care to pin this on?
You'll pin it on Daddy? You did? Yes. Okay.
Sure. Thank you, sir. If you'll just turn this way and we'll just get a picture of it. This is for you, sir. That's yours. Would you care to say a word, sir?
I think this is a wonderful thing that you all have done to recognize us. And I'm really proud of my service career, and I know my brother is too. And we're so blessed to be able to make it back, both of us. So I just want to thank you and the Cherokee Nation for giving us this award.
Thank you, sir. Would you care to say a word?
The Cherokees are more proud of their soldiers than the U.S. government is.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. Program service updates. On February 24th, we broke ground for a new Bonita Clinic Health Center. The new 91,000 square foot facility will bring additional health care services and more than 90 new jobs to that area. And it's a work that's been in the process for some years as part of an overall health care plan. And Chuck Hoskins Sr. had the opportunity to be there, and that was one of the things he worked on for several years with us, to bring that kind of health care to the Veneta area. And it was a very nice event. It was storming, it was raining cats and dogs, and in this tin building, but everybody there was in a very joyful mood because they understood exactly what it was going to bring to that area. Sequoia schools plan to extend their hours to make up for the days that were missed earlier in the year due to bad weather. Beginning next Monday, March 21st, classes will begin at 8 a.m. and add an additional 45 minutes to the school day. This extended school day will be scheduled until May 20th. As Principal Chief, I'm pleased to have the honor to occasionally formally recognize citizens for their good work. The Gadugi Award recognizes citizens who work for the benefit of all. Tonight, we honor Mary Bell Chase. She was nominated by Jack Baker and members of her community. Ms. Chase began as a researcher of Cherokee history and genealogy in 1978. She has been a speaker at the National Genealogical Conferences across the United States. She has published 17 books on Cherokee claims and rolls. She is currently the Vice President of the Oklahoma chapter of the Trail of Tears, and she is a delegate to the National Trail of Tears Association. She is a member of the Cherokee community, member of the Tulsa Cherokee Community Organization, and the Going Snake District Heritage Association. In honor of her dedication to our citizens, we are presenting her tonight with the Gadugi Award. And if you'll come forward, Ms. Chase, and let us honor you. Would you wait right here? I think, Jean, you have something. Care to say a couple words?
Thank you, Chief Smith. Receiving an award
for things that I love to do is very gratifying. I'd like to recognize my family who are in the audience, my son and my sister and my niece, and also my friends from the Going Snake District Heritage Association and the National Trail of Tears Association, and most of all, the members of the Tulsa Cherokee Community Organization who have unwaveringly supported me the last few years that I've been a member. I would also like to thank Councilman Jack Baker, Buell Anglin, and Councilwoman Kara Cowan Watts for their encouragement and support that they have shown me. And it's just a wonderful honor, and thank you so much for this honor and this award. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
With events and general announcements, the Cherokee Nation is hosting a job and resource fair at Catoosa at the Hard Rock on Thursday, April 7th. The one held last week in West Isle Homes was well attended by about 160 Cherokee people. Providing a job is the best thing we can offer a citizen. Working for an employer near your home helps keep our families close. These job fairs make employment opportunities accessible to our citizens. Also provided our resources to prepare for the jobs search and the interview process. Our Career Services group is hosting an open house for the Cherokee Nation's new Career Literacy Center on Thursday, March 24th. The center is located just across the street and offers computer classes, GED preparation classes, and other services. Tomorrow is the Cherokee Nation's annual legislative day in our state capitol. We welcome this chance to share with our state legislators the important work the Cherokee Nation is doing. Our work benefits not only our own citizens, but many Oklahoma citizens, residents, and visitors as well. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Madam President, and I think we can all appreciate the moments tonight that what great leadership we have with our veterans and our community people. Fado.
Thank you, Chief Smith. Next order of business is action of unfinished business. There being none pending, we move on to committee reports, and the first would be David Sutherland with the Housing Authority. Good evening, David.
Good evening. Good to be here today. I have a brief report for you. The Housing Authority Board met at its March meeting last Friday. The next meeting will be April the 19th. That meeting, as usual, will begin at noon in the Allen Hogner Conference Room. We sent this year's premium payment on our Ameren Risk Management, the Community Shield premium. I mention that because it's grown. The premium was over $1 million this year. That's on behalf of approximately 2,300 families, Cherokee families who participate in the program. As you know, they pay us back either monthly or one payment, whichever they prefer. We've had a large number of folks that have requested to move from our basic $80,000 policy to one of our bigger policies that we just went into effect. So we're happy about that. We thought there would be some movement. We didn't know there'd be quite as much interest as there is, so we're glad to see that. The last month, of course, we had the big Arctic blast that come through. Just kind of give you, we got about 30 calls of busted pipes, so there was some damage caused by that really low temperatures. Luckily, if they had any interior damage, that's going to be covered. The busted pipe itself isn't, but the interior damage, but we only had about 5 or 6 of those, so we were real thankful in that. Only had one where the weight of the snow caused damage, so we're proud of that and getting those taken care of. But that's all I have to report this evening. If anyone has any questions.
Any questions for Mr. Sutherland? Thank you for that brief report. Mr. Slayton, Cherokee Nation Business. I see you're stepping in for Mr. Stewart tonight.
Yes, ma'am. He's on spring break, he said. I was getting worried about those flowers there. It was down to me and David, and I was cheering for him on that. In addition to our monthly dividend contribution, for December, we also contributed approximately $212,000 to the nation in taxes. Our expansion projects are about to get underway at Ramona, Fort Gibson, and also Tahlequah. We're in the final planning stages for those, and we'll be going to our board for approval within the next couple of months and get those kicked off. Our CMB employees rallied around the Cherokee Nation Valentines for Vets project. They created over 600 Valentine's Day cards for local veterans. 11 of our employees participated in Read Across America by reading to K through 6 grade school kids at the Oaks Mission. And our Roland Casino employees are co-sponsoring a 5K run to benefit area teachers. Our employment was 3,919. Our total Cherokee percentage is 59.3, both blue and white cards, and approximately 43.3% with blue cards. I was going to report just a little bit on the progress that we've made with the roof collapse. We finished the demo last Friday of the old building, and now we're down to the existing slab, and over the next couple of weeks we'll be taking that out. We're working with the insurance companies on recovery of funds for that, and also with our architect on what we want to put back there. So hopefully by the next council meeting, if not that, the one in May, we should have a report back on what we're going to build back there at that facility. And that's my report. If there's some questions, I'll try to answer those.
Yes, Mr. Baker has a question.
Sean, I know you just said it, but I was writing down other things. And what is the total percentage of blue card employees?
Blue card is 43.3. Blue and white Cherokee cards total, I think, 59.3 or 59.3.
Cherokee citizens is 43%. Thank you.
Ms. Calmont?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Can we verify that that is correct? Because unless they are not Cherokee by blood or Indian by blood, I guess they could have a blue card without having a white card, but otherwise that should be reversed.
Okay. That may be my mistake.
Could have blue card or white card without.
Okay, but I heard you say the lower percentage is blue card only.
Yes.
Yes.
43.3.
You would have, if you were Katua, you would have the white CDIB card and no blue card.
I don't know.
That's why white's higher.
No. Blue card is citizenship, which is the highest, it's Cherokee preference.
Excuse me.
That's not what I heard. So maybe, can I have that in writing? That's not clear.
It's on our report for this month. It's in the,
So it's in here?
yes, it's in the report that they send over, I believe, You're welcome.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Mr. Crittenden and then Ms. Lori Jordan.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Sean, I'm pretty sure I understood those numbers. My desire would be that percentage would increase.
Absolutely.
And I know we all work toward that, that end. And so I would like to see us continue to raise those numbers, or that blue card number especially.
Sure.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Lori Jordan.
Sean, I think you report, or your group reports to executive and finance at the end of the month, is that right?
I didn't hear the question.
I think you all report to executive and
Yes, ma'am.
finance at the end of the month. Would you add to your report the number of jobs that were filled during the month before, whether they were filled with Cherokees, and if they were not filled with Cherokees, will you give us an explanation of why if a Cherokee applied, they were not given that job.
Okay, what month are you?
Just, if you'll start doing that at the end of your report on a monthly basis,
Okay.
so we can kind of track it. Because it honestly seems like our percentage is going down instead of up. And I think I'm not alone on this council that we're getting quite concerned about the percentage. But I think I understood that you said 53, or maybe it was 59. 59% had white cards.
Yes.
And I would agree that less are going to have blue
Now,
cards.
that 43. Actually,
Okay.
Creeks would have white cards. Creeks would have white
Yes.
cards.
Any federally
Yeah.
recognized
Well, yeah,
tribe
any
won't
tribe.
have white card.
Is it clear, Sean, what's needed? Are you clear?
I believe I am, and what we may end up asking is permission to report the month behind that, because sometimes it takes a little while to accumulate that data, so.
Fine, if you could just, like, you're going to report in March, report February.
February,
And that will
January.
give you enough time to go through and figure out, and if it should be education or experience, please expand on that to tell us what we need to see that Cherokee have so that they can get that job.
Okay.
And I would defer now to Jody, because I think you were going to ask Jody about the plan to move Cherokees up into positions.
Could we have a hard copy of the succession plan, Sean?
I'll pass that on to Brent Thompson.
Okay, that was all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Mr. Thornton?
Thank you. Sean, I know in the past, probably every month, that you answer these same questions. I, just like my colleagues here, we're just interested in hiring Cherokees, and I know you've been told that for, you say you started in
14 years.
95?
Yes, sir.
1995?
97.
Yeah. And I really would like to just commend you on the job that you've done. You've brought this Cherokee Nation C&E and have helped bring it out of the red, where the Cherokee Nation was not receiving a dividend, and brought it to where we receive about, well, C&E brings about over 600 million a year. And that's tremendous, you know, and I really respect you and appreciate the job that you've done, not only David Stewart, but without, I'm sure your experience and what you brought to the table has really helped. And I want to say that, that I'm very proud to be in on the day that you was hired.
Well, I appreciate that, Dave. I really do. It's been fun. I think I said before, I came here thinking I was going to be providing a lot of help to the nation, and in retrospect, it's the nation that's helped me. We have come a long way, and it's because of all the good people here and that work for me, and I've done a small part, but certainly the most of the work has been done by everyone else. But thank you.
Yeah, I very welcome you. So deserve it too.
Any other comments?
Thank you.
Ms. Gloria Jordan?
Sean, I don't want you to take that as any sort of attack that I'm asking for that information. I think that's our job as counselors. We know you do a fine job. We just want to see if there's any way we can assist you in increasing that number.
We appreciate all the help.
Any other questions or nice comments?
Yeah. Jill, maybe those flowers were for me. Thank you. I appreciate that.
There being no old business pending, we move on to new business. And out of Resource Committee, we have a couple of items. Ms. Count Watch, would you like to take items 1 and 2 in toto?
Yes, just to, thank you, Madam Speaker.
Mm-hmm.
The first item is for Region 6 EPA grant for $550,000 with no match for ambient air testing under the Clean Air Act for 5 existing locations and a mobile location. The second is a resolution authorizing us to join the EPA's Tribal Pesticide Program Council, and I move for approval for both.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? on either item? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, out of Rules Committee, Mr. Thornton, since items 3 through 8 were approved in Rules Committee unanimously, would you present those in toto, please? Notice I said please.
It'd be a pleasure, Madam Chair,
Thank you.
not Madam President.
Yeah. Speaker.
These items, I'd make a motion to approve them in toto. Number 3 is a resolution confirming nomination of Pamela Bickford as a board member of the Economic Development Trust Authority Board of Directors. Number 4 is a resolution confirming the nomination of Amber Fight as a board member of the Economic Development Trust Authority Board of Directors. Number 5 is a resolution confirming the nomination of Laureen Smiley as a board member of the Economic Development Trust Authority Board of Directors. It's Laureen Lee. Number 6 is a resolution confirming the nomination of Jeff Lattimore as a board member of the Cherokee Nation Sequoia High School Board of Education. Number 7 is a resolution confirming the nomination of Eamon Baker as a board member of the Cherokee Nation Sequoia High School Board of Education. Number 8 is a resolution confirming the nomination of Patsy Edgar as a board member of the Cherokee Nation Community Association Corporation. And I'd like to put them in a motion.
I second.
Moved in second,
With the correction,
discussion.
it's Jeff Limore, not Jeff Lattimore.
Limore.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Further discussion? All in favor of items 3 through 8 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, item 9 is a resolution proposing an amendment to the Cherokee Nation Constitution, eliminating term limits for the tribal council. Ms. Kalwash, do you want to present that?
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. This is an earlier resolution that has already been passed, and this item was placed for the ballot on June 25th, 2011. But once it came back from the Attorney General's office, there was an error in that we did not remove the following sentence, which will now be struck. The council shall, within 60 days of this constitution taking effect, select the 2 at-large council members to serve until the next regularly scheduled election. Since that action has already been taken, it would be unnecessary and be a conflict for it to continue to be left in the Constitution under this section that was being amended. So it was just a legal error that needed to be brought forward, and we appreciate the work of the Attorney General's office in bringing it to our attention. And I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Moved in second, any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Let's see, item 10, this resolution expressly and partially waives the sovereign immunity of the Cherokee Nation and Home Health Service as it relates to an agreement between Home Health Service and the Bank of Cherokee County. And I think Doug just gave us the commercial guarantee. It's the same as we had with Bank First. The wording is the same. It was approved by Bank of Cherokee County, and it's also made a part of this resolution. The original line of credit was with Bank First, but Mr. Richards, the CEO of Home Health Services, went out and shopped around and secured a much lower interest rate with the Bank of Cherokee County, and I know we all appreciate his efforts. And
Yes, Madam Speaker, I make a motion that it be approved.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Abstain.
One abstention, that's Mr. Baker. Okay, item 11 is a resolution proposing an amendment to the Cherokee Nation Constitution, providing for special elections for vacancies in the tribal council. Ms. Fishing Hawk?
This is a proposed amendment to substitute language in the Cherokee Nation Constitution and submit it to the qualified registered voters at the general election to be held this year on June 25th. What it does is, if more than 1 year of a 4-year term remains, or any term, the council shall authorize a special election to fill the vacated seat within 90 days, unless a general election is to be held within 120 days. If 1 year or less remains, the council shall elect a replacement who would be otherwise qualified to serve from the district. This is, we passed it previously. I think Jack Baker talked about it in committee, and it was 2 years, and we're changing it to 1 year. And I move for its approval.
I'll second that.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Mr. Hoskins.
Just briefly, Madam Speaker, we also took the opportunity to make a language change, which probably for just legislative history purposes is noteworthy. The original language speaks to the disability of a council member as being a reason that he or she would leave office. That phrase is a bit vague, perhaps a bit ambiguous in the context. So we borrowed language that's found elsewhere in the Constitution, specifically that says the inability to discharge the powers and duties of office, which we think is a bit more precise, and it's in the nature of an incapacitation, which I think will be sort of easier to understand when this issue comes up. So with that, Madam Speaker, I certainly support this.
Understood, Mr. Baker?
Yes.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 12 is an amendment authorizing Mod 5 to the fiscal year 2011 comprehensive budget. Mr. Baker?
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. This budget Mod 5 reduces our budget authority by $464,000 down to $611 million, excuse me. And this is primarily a reduction in grants received of $462,000. So I make a motion that it be approved.
Second.
Moved in second. You want this?
Speaker,
Yes, sir.
I would like to make a friendly amendment to substitute the law enforcement consent item passed out by Mrs. Britton earlier. That includes a donation to the town of Concord. This request came in before the last Executive Finance Committee, but due to emergency in Doug's family, it didn't get presented.
So I will accept it.
Who was the second? Who's second? Do you accept that?
Yes.
Okay. You want this by
By
acclamation?
acclamation, please.
Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, budget stands approved. Okay, item 13 is a resolution approving the Clary Law Group as special in a special council engagement agreement covering the Tar Creek Superfund. Ms. Callan Watts.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam Speaker. So this provides for a limited waiver of sovereign immunity to cover the agreement, and it allows for us or the chief to enter in our behalf with the Cleary Law Group to represent us at the Superfund site, which is also known to most of the world as Tar Creek, and involves a number of tribes. And I move for approval.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 14, this resolution approves an agreement concerning the cooperation and coordination among the Tar Creek Trustee Council Indian tribes. Ms. Callan Watts.
Thank you. This helps create the agreement between specifically the Cherokee Nation, Eastern Shawnee Tribe, Miami Tribe, Ottawa Tribe, Seneca Cayuga Tribe, Wyandotte Nation, and Peoria Tribe, allowing us to move forward and hopefully what will resolve a long-standing issue with that significant Superfund site. And I move for approval.
Moved and seconded. Discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 15, resolution authorizing a disclaimer of interest or quitclaim deed relating to a quiet title action. Mr. Hoskin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this resolution is in support of a settlement of a lawsuit, Stalkup versus the United States. at issue is a parcel of land in Bonita. Cherokee Nation arguably has an interest by virtue of it at one point being purchased by a railroad or owned by a railroad. The resolution essentially calls for us to maintain the mineral interest and cede the remaining interest to the family that possesses the land now. Administration recommends its approval. I agree with that. I move for its approval.
Moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Oh, and now, are there any announcements? Mr. Garvey?
Yes, I want to say congratulations to my cousin, kind lady from Aikens, Miller Ridge Iron Post community. She is our new council person-elect for 2011 to 2015. Congratulations.
Mr. Baker?
And she did it without killing the hog. Tonight, we have a group with us from the Head Start, the Early Childhood Unit. They're part of our Leadership Academy, where they go all around the tribe and they learn about the tribe. And, you know, we just had our 3-year review at the Head Start, and they got 100%, which is just very, very, very few Head Starts ever attain that. And if they'd stand up, they're glad to have it.
Any other announcements?
I have one.
Yes, Ms. Fulbright?
I want to introduce my daughter, Natalie. She's with me tonight. She's my driver, and she's most happy that I didn't have an opponent, so she wouldn't have to hold up signs in the rain like she did last time. Thank you.
Mr. Thornton?
Being that we've not had any hog fries in Sequoyah County, I just figure if any of these other council people or chief or assistant chief are looking for hogs, they'll all be coming to Sequoyah County to get out the run of hogs. But I'd like to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Henshaw from Sequoyah County, and appreciate you all being here.
I want to congratulate the Locust Grove High School basketball boys. They beat Veneta, Mr. Hoskin, to make it to the state, but they were defeated first round. But it's I think, the first time our boys have ever made it to state. Mr. Garvin?
District 3 has some state champions, Fort Gibson girls.
You always have to top it, don't you?
Kansas girls made it to the state finals. They lost the last game by 4 points. They've been state champions 3 times in the last 9 years, and runner-up 3 times.
And I just got word that we have some council candidates in the audience. Would you like to stand and introduce yourself? Don't be shy.
Your stuff, District 1, Seat 3.
Olive Star, District 5, C2.
Brendan Gertie, you're from Delaware, District 1, C3. Born and raised, Sequoyah Indian, Woodall, homegrown. Junior Sierra, District 1, C3.
Lee Keener, District 5, C3. Bob Stover, C3.
Good luck to all of you. Any other announcements?
Could I?
Oh, I'm sorry?
All you all running for seat 3 in District 1, I'm having a hog fry March 29th. Come on down at 6 o'clock, Calico Community Center, and I have Cherokee County hogs already ready.
Oh, really? I heard that you did.
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned.